Hi students, welcome back to mathematics class. Today we are going to learn new topic, that is lines and angles. Lines and angles, basically they are related to our life very closely. So let us learn more about these lines and angles. So let us start. Angles in daily life. If we look around us, we will see angles everywhere. Now take this particular example. You can make out that there is one particular angle which is formed. Look at this particular aeroplane. There is an angle which is formed by the wings. And this particular scissor, the angle is formed. If you go and observe each and every object which is around us, it will be comprises of angles. Points. Now an exact point or a location. Now let us move on to the basic terms and definition. Line. A straight path extending in both directions with no end point. So this is called as a line, wherein it is extended on either side with no endpoints. Line segment. This is called as a line segment. A part of a line that includes 2 points called endpoints and all the points between them. So this is called as line segment because it has 2 endpoints. A ray. A part of a line with one endpoint and that continues without end in one direction. So we know now what is line with no endpoints, line segment with 2 endpoints, and ray with one endpoint. Intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Lines that crosses each other. As you can see in this particular figure, both the lines are called as intersecting line. Non-intersecting lines, as you can see in this particular figure, lines that never cross and are always the same distance apart. So they are also called as parallel lines. Example of non-intersecting lines. So these are the few examples which you can see over here are the examples of non-intersecting lines. Perpendicular line. As you can see in this particular figure, these are called as perpendicular lines. They are also called as intersecting, but apart from that, they are called as perpendicular lines. 2 lines that intersect to form 4 right angles. Example of perpendicular lines, a few examples. Let us move on to the acute angles. So, what do you mean by acute angle? The measure of an angle with a measure between 0 and 90 degree are called as acute angle. So, if the angle measuring between 0 to 90 degree, we can call this particular angles as acute angle. That means angles which are smaller than 90. I can conclude for myself. Angles which are smaller than 90 are called as acute angles. Examples of acute angles. Right angle. Right angle. An angle formed by the perpendicular intersection of 2 straight lines. An angle of 90 degree. Right angle is the angle which is having exact 90 degree. The measure of this particular angle is going to be 90 degree, and then we call that particular angle as right angle. Example of right angle. There are a number of examples of right angle. As you can see, right angle is closely related to our daily life. Obtuse angle. We have seen acute angle which is less than 90, right angle which is exactly 90 degree. And let us move on to obtuse angle. Obtuse angles are those angles which are more than 90 degree. As you can see in this particular figure, the angle measures greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree are called as obtuse angle. Example of obtuse angle you can see in this particular figure. There are a number of obtuse angles present in this particular figure. Let us move on to the straight angle. What do you mean by straight angle? Straight angle is a very simple angle. A straight angle changes the direction to point the opposite way. It looks like a straight line. It measures 180 degree, half a revolution, or 2 right angles. I can say that straight angle is comprises of 2 right angle on opposite direction, or straight right angle is exactly 180 degree. Example of straight angle: anything which is straight can be taken as an example of a straight angle. Reflex angles. Reflex angles are very important. Reflex angles are those angles which are more than 180 degree but less than 360. So reflex angles are more than 180 degree. As you can see in this particular figure, they are more than 180 degree but they are less than 360 degree. Adjacent angles. In geometry, adjacent angles are nothing but the angles which are having a common ray coming out of the vertex going between the other 2 rays. In other words, angles which are side by side are called as adjacent angle. As you can make out, AB is one ray, BC is the other ray, and BD is the third ray, wherein BC is the common ray between AB and BD. So angle ABC will be adjacent to angle CBD. Linear pair of angles. As you can make out, angle A, if I add angle A plus angle B, I will get the total as 180 degree, and I will call this particular angles, both angles, angle A and B, as linear pair of angles. Vertically opposite angles. Which are the vertically opposite angles? As you can see in this particular figure, okay, this line is intersecting this particular line. So angle A is vertically opposite to angle B, and even this angle is vertically opposite to this angle. Parallel lines and transversal. Transversal, what do you mean by transversal? A transversal, this line is called as a transversal. A transversal, or a line that intersects 2 or more coplanar lines. So this particular line is intersecting this and this line, each at a different point. Each at a different point is a very useful line in a geometry. Transversal tells us a great deal about angles. This line is called as a transversal, which passing through these 2 lines at a different points. Now what do you mean by parallel lines? Parallel lines remain same distance. Now if I consider this line and this line, these lines I can consider as a parallel line because they remain same distance apart. Over the distance between these 2 particular lines will be same. No matter how far you extend them, they will never meet. Corresponding angles. The angles that occupy the same relative position, like angle 1 and angle 5, they are called as corresponding angles. Angle 3 and angle 7 are called as corresponding angles. Same with angle 2 and 6, 4 and 8, they are called as corresponding angles. And the corresponding angles are always equal if you have 2 parallel lines. Alternate interior angle. When 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal, as you can see in this figure, this line and this line, which are in black color, both lines are parallel to each other and they are cut by a transversal. This line, which is in the red color, is a transversal. Then I get alternate interior angles which are always equal again. 5 and 6 are alternate interior angle. Same with 7 and 8, both are alternate interior angles. And why they are called as interior? Because they are inside these two parallel lines, inside, and alternate. They are alternate to each other. Alternate exterior angles. Again, alternate exterior angles are going to be same. Okay, A and H is one pair, B and G is the second pair. These angles are called as alternate exterior angles. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So as you can see, this is a transversal and this D and F are called as interior angles on the same side of transversal. Same thing with C and E are also called as interior angles on the same side of a transversal. Thank you, students.